Good morning, everybody. Happy to have you here today. Good morning. This is day two already, and today we're going to be talking about something that happens to us very, very often. Have you realized that it's already August? It's the 4th of August today, and time has gone by so fast. 8 months, 7 months complete. We're on the eighth month, and our year is almost coming to an end already. 2026 is almost coming to an end already. For some of us, it may have been extremely productive. For some of us, it's not been so productive. And we've realized that time has just gone by. So, how does that happen? Let's look at what, happens to us. How many times have you felt like today's just gone by without my noticing what's happening? So, welcome again and good morning, collective, to what we're going to discover today. That is something really powerful, and that is what or who is that quiet force that is making the choice for us every single day. So, I'd like for you to take a nice deep breath and settle in today and enjoy this. And just all you need to do is just go along with the show. And I'm glad you've chosen 15 minutes for yourself. It really makes a difference to those of us who really need this. So I'm really, really happy about this. And like I said yesterday, I'm one for having to make small choices, really small choices, while we learn or do things, because I think that when you're taught to make these big goals, and you don't know how to carry them forward. You're taught to have these big dreams about what you need to do. It's great. It's a really great thing that you have a goal that's broken up. But the problem is that sometimes, when you're not able to be consistent because life happens to all of us, right? Or when, you have a certain emergency because of which you haven't been able to pay attention to whatever you're doing, right? Now, the difficulty there is that we tend not to go back and progress with that particular goal or that dream that we have. And that is something that's put you off completely, and you don't go back there. And that begins with one simple thing. And that is the concept we're talking of today, right? So I'm going to have to be going between two screens because I have, and that is two screens because I have to make sure that I answer your uh, chat queries or just say hello to you out there. So you'll have to bear with that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. And like we were talking about today, what I want you to do is to just sit back and prepare for today. Let's take three nice deep breaths. Breathe in with me. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Once more, breathe in and breathe out. Now, while your mind is becoming a little quieter, I'd like to ask you, have you ever driven somewhere, right? Driven to a supermarket or gone to a room where you wanted to say something and you just completely forgotten about what you want to say, what you want to pick up. You go to a supermarket with this list in your mind, and then the minute you enter the supermarket, everything is gone. And then you wonder, why did I come here in the first place? What did I want? Right? Or you think, okay, I'm going to this meeting now and I'm going to say all of this. And you walk in and it's all gone because you look at certain people or, you see something on the screen and it's all gone. How many times has that happened to you? You know why we forget these things? You know why we decide certain things and we completely forget them? It's like any machinery, when you have a washing machine or you drive your car on autopilot, even a flight for that matter, on autopilot, things go on, right? Things keep happening. And when we encounter something new, something that we don't want to do sometimes, or something that we see that's not favorable to us, or somebody else's thought, we just skip it, right? Now, when you enter a supermarket, what happens is that you forget everything because you're seeing so many things around you, right? Now, that same autopilot that is driving you is good when it's certain habits like waking up in the morning, brushing your teeth, making your bed, making sure you get your coffee or your tea, sitting down and doing an exercise like either a paper and pencil exercise or a breathing or yoga exercise, whatever you do, right? And that kind of an autopilot habit is good, right? But when that autopilot takes over your life completely and is driving everything in your life, it really doesn't help. And that's what we're here to discuss today. So let's find out what happens to us. So now, just imagine a day, and before that, I'd like you to sit back again and just close your eyes and think of something. Okay. Imagine you've just woken up. Okay. You just reach for your phone, you just check your messages, and you read something that's stressful on social media, like a friend has bought a new car, or maybe someone has put up some really nice furniture that they have in their house, and you start comparing. You're beginning to think, oh, I don't have that. Their life is better than mine. And what happens then? You walk into another room, you start snapping at people at home or at the office. And then you go to a meeting, you've forgotten what you want to say. And people are wondering what happened to you. You're usually this cheerful, happy person. Now what's happened to you? You said, I don't know. I just don't know. Something has taken over today. Nothing major happened. Really nothing that disturbed me so badly. But it was just 100 unconscious thoughts and choices that has actually taken over your day. Just 100 unconscious, tiny, teeny weeny thoughts or choices that you've made that you don't even remember that have taken over your choice. Now, let me ask you something. What was the first thing you did yesterday as soon as you woke up? Do you remember? Do you remember what was the first thing you did when you woke up yesterday? Well, that's what it is like. You know, we tend to forget because we're not present to what we're doing, right? So, let's imagine another kind of a day. One way you wake up, you go, first thing you do is maybe you brush and then you get your coffee or your tea, and then maybe you walk to your balcony, you look at a plant, you look at the sunrise, you go out into the outdoors for your, if you have one where you can go and take a look at what's happening outside. Let's say you get to notice the sunrise sometimes, and that same social media post is still waiting there, waiting. And you notice that you haven't yet opened it, so your mind is still not going there, and the same circumstances are around you, but your awareness levels are different because you're so present to what you're doing, right? So that same social media post has not disturbed you, okay? You may look at it later in the day, but because you have more awareness of your day, because you've already chosen your priorities, like we've spoken about yesterday, you have more control over your day. And isn't that a better place to be? Here's today's truth. Autopilot is a wonderful tool. It makes our lives easier. A microwave transfer 15 seconds, 15 minutes, whatever. Maybe a washing machine runs, our car runs, whatever. Autopilot is wonderful because it takes care of a lot of things until it starts living your life for you. And I'm going to repeat that to you. Autopilot is wonderful until it starts living your life for you. Okay? Now, I want you to understand that habits actually save your energy, right? So, if you have a certain way of going about your day, it saves your time and your energy because you're not thinking, what do I need to do next? Or if you've had any of those days when you've been completely off your routine, like maybe, you've had a late night, or um, you had to wake up in the afternoon because of something you're doing, and you're beginning to wonder, what should I do today? Where should I start my day? Should I even go and have my coffee now? Should I really get dressed and rush to work? And you know, you notice that it's not the same, right? So the day you have this particular habit running on autopilot, it's great. Your regular habits, yeah? But when your autopilot mode has taken over your thoughts, when it's taken over your priorities, it does not work for you, right? It just simply does not work for you. So we need to learn to be aware. Awareness isn't about judging ourselves. Awareness is just knowing what's happening around us. It's about waking up before you've even left the house. Okay, so you have to wake up, you have to know what you're doing, right? It's as simple as that, right? So awareness is just noticing things that are happening around you. And if you're more aware, you will accomplish more during the day, right? So I invite you to be more aware today. So today we're not changing anything. We're not trying to change anything. We're simply learning to notice. Just notice. Just imagine that you're walking into a room right now. Shut your eyes for a minute. And I'm going to take you through this quickly. Just close your eyes for a minute. And imagine that you've woken up, you're walking into a room, you're reaching for your phone first. Okay? And there is so much going on in your mind before you're beginning to brush your teeth or to get your coffee or you get dressed. Now, I want you to replay that morning. Only this time, what I want you to do in your mind is to insert one pause, just one pause. Take one breath, one intentional smile, and one conscious choice. That's all I need you to do for today. Notice how one tiny moment of awareness is actually shifting your day, your entire morning. Notice how your morning feels just because you've made the choice to slow down, take a breath, smile intentionally, and make a choice. Okay? That's all we want to do today. And say, today I choose awareness. Remember, awareness isn't effort, it isn't a big effort at all. It's just bringing your attention to something, right? So, I'd like you to smile and do this wonderful experiment today. Very, very simple. Just notice your breathing, notice where you're rushing, notice your reactions, and don't change them. Because when we notice things, we can eventually change them. We have more control over things when we watch them. Okay, so do try this. Don't try to become a different person today. Simply become more aware of what you're doing with your day, being the person that you're already being. And tomorrow, lean in because we're going to do something extraordinary tomorrow. So until then, hang on and begin again. Hope to see you here again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.